It's time to play some stuff.
Welcome, everyone, to the nerdiest late-night Elder Scrolls Online stream on YouTube and probably everywhere. This is Jay, a.k.a. MultimediaJay. Tonight, we have a lot of tank experiments to do in Elder Scrolls Online. But before we begin, those famous words I know, before we begin all of that stuff, just a moment of silence for the Christmas season. It is now January 6th. Happy Epiphany for those of you who observe all that. And the observation here at Jay's Geek House is that today is the day we transition from Christmas mode into rest of New England winter mode. We know that New England winters consist of two sections: December, Christmas, all that kind of cool stuff, and then the long gray stretch of suck known as January and February, which is one reason why the Christmas tree becomes a fiber optic tree for the rest of the winter, even after I take the ornaments off of it, which will be happening after this stream when I rejoin the audience over in Vindalia's place. And for some reason, I found a way to trigger my allergies in January. Well, drinks at the ready. Drink responsibly. That hits the spot. Same thing every time, though. But yeah, the Bah Humbug hat will be going away for the season, and the Christmas tree will be losing its decorations after this stream. So one last look at this year's Christmas decorations. I threw them on there anyway. It's nothing special. All right, folks, you know what time it is.
It's time to play some stuff.
Wow, man. I don't understand why my allergies are acting up in the middle of January, but we shall try and do something about it. Let's get some air over here. Woo! Spin the fan this way. Furnishings all. Did I really leave, did I just stay paused on the menu? I thought this guy was on the throne or something. We are in the castle, and we're going to crank up some jazz music as we're even going to bust out a calculator. As we go over, wow, what did I do to myself? It's like you think it was like pollen season or something. Please play some jazz music while we have some fun and just take a look at tanking in ESO. So tanking in ESO is incredibly straightforward. 33,000 resistance. At 33,000 resistance, you take half damage from all sources. However, the champion system has defensive stuff in the warfare tree. So right now on my characters, I'm going after 10% damage reduction. Hey, play some stuff. What? Come on, Dan. So in this tree, you have 10% damage reduction from non-player attacks. So 10% damage reduction for PvP. Outside of this, you also have reducing damage from damage over time attacks and area of effect attacks and single target attacks. Then you get down here and you get the fancier crap. You get an extra spell. You can get extra resistance if you have shields or frost staves equipped. You can also get damage shields going. And there are actually some builds that have been showing up that are basically fake tank builds and stuff along those lines. But I'm wondering if I can get to the point where I can tank in DPS gear, and when I really need to toughen up, then I could put on some other gear. keep some of the fortified brass gear ready. And so that's the thing. One of the reasons why there's a fake tank problem in here is people don't bother trying to figure out a way to DPS as a tank. The thing is, Elder Scrolls Online has enough player freedom with its fuzzy MMO trinity that should be more than doable. So let's actually, for the first time ever, let's have this guy sit down on his little throne over here. And let's bust out a calculator in the middle of a gaming stream. So for the first time ever, I want to open the Windows calculator. I want to put it over the screen. It's already set to scientific. Good. We can add a source for that. Let's see. It's going to be a Windows source. We'll call it calculator. All right. Oh, it picked it up automatically. Nice. All right, let's put this over here. A calculator? A Windows calculator in an ESO stream. What planet are we on? All right. So first off, let's set up the DPS spec, which is what I've been tanking in anyways.
Take it from an old Tusker.
Which is a mixture of light armor and heavy armor. The light armor is, of course, Crafty Alfiq, which cranks Goodmane's magic through the roof and stuff like that. With heavy armor, should we double check on this? Which is Julianos gear, so DPS, magic DPS gear. Make sure the fan's not blowing into the microphone. So with magic DPS gear, we have 18,459. We'll just round that up to 18,500. So 18,459. Let's see here. Let's just round it to 18,500. So we know 33,000. 33,000 is half damage. So what percentage? So 18,500. Whoops, too many zeros. Divided by 33,000. Times 100 is about what the? No, some of these buttons don't work as well as they should here. 18,500 divided by 33 grand times. Yeah, for some reason the times button on here is really in bad shape. I gotta take a look at the switch. 100 is 56%. So 56% of taking half damage. Let's do times 0.5. 50, divide that by 100 again. So we get back to the point times 0.5. Wow, I completely screwed this up. All right, 18,500, 18,500 divided by 33,000 is this percentage times 0.5. That percentage of 0.5 means you get about 28% times 100. So, by wearing DPS gear and not having anywhere close to the maximum amount, the 33 grand, without an armor perk of any kind whatsoever, we could put on a defensive thing to go a little higher, like equip a defensive weapon. But this is DPS gear, and we still have an offensive weapon equipped, right? Yeah, so we have a sharpened ability to increase DPS. If we swap in the tanking two-hander, what does that go up to? So as it stands right now, you're at 28% mitigation. 10% from non-player sources will get you up to 38% mitigation. So you're only 10% mitigation away from what you would be like with 33,000 resistance. And then you can just take the defensive perks to fill in more of the gap. My idea here is that you probably can get to taking half damage with DPS stuff. And then toy with the numbers on that. The Knight's Silence Sword. Let me see this. Put the calculator off to the side. That way we can just close it. The Knight's Silence Sword, if we equip that, we are now up to... Hold up a second. That's a sharpened sword. Whoops, that's not it. It's Death's Wind that we have. So with Death's Wind, if you equip the Death's Wind sword, which is plus armor, and of course do sword and shield to get the same, 1,500 armor plus another 3276 resistance for an armor sword gets you to 23,222. Get the calculator back open again. So at 23,200 with a tank weapon, with tank weapons and DPS gear, 23,200 divided by 33,000 is 70% times 0.5. 70% of taking half damage is 35%. 35% mitigation. So you're only a few percentage points away if you take the 10% thing. If you take the 10% damage thing. So let me see this guy here.
Ha! I know that look.
Yep, let me just change out a few things here. For Knight, he's got all health in this build. Let me go just modify a few things here. All right, so here's the Knight build. We have 33,000 resistance. But let's go into the tree and let's try and mess with some stuff and see what we can get. So we know that with DPS, we equip Paladin gear. Switch back to Paladin gear for DPS. Takes us down to 18,459. All that changed was our attributes. Give me the Death's Wind Sword. 23,222. So that percentage was what again? Let's get the exact percentage this time. It's going to be 23. Bretons have an extra couple thousand spell resistance because of their resistance to magic. But we're going off of the lower of the two, the physical stuff here. 23,222 divided by 33,000. 70 times 0.5. Keep that on the screen. 35. So we're at 35% mitigation with DPS gear and a tank weapon. Let's go into the tank. Let's go into the trees, and we have money, right? Let's get some more money. Give me about 10,000 gold.
Speak with me a moment.
Yeah, give me about 10 grand in gold. We'll play with some respecs here. Those treasure maps and stuff too. All right, let's see here. All right, so if we go in here and we take... Oh, that's right, we're already there. So we're at what? 35% mitigation as is. But here we have 10%. So without taking any additional points, just by taking the preparation thing for DPS, for the DPS tree, you were already at 45% mitigation versus 50% with DPS gear. So this does mean, of course, that you're talking like way higher, but I wonder if those would stack. So I gotta go get beat up by something in order to see what the difference is. So the preparation abilities, things like that. Now, let me redistribute some points here. Clear this entire tree. So we come in here. Don't forget healing. We got to come in at the tree somewhere. So we're going to use magic. Just use some magic that way. We'll come in here on the tree. Take an extra 1% healing. Oh, wait. That's right. Because in here, you could actually get additional bonuses to your mitigation from certain kinds of attacks. So let's see. What's this ironclad? I think this has to be... Yeah, this has to be slotted, so we can't use that. This is also critical resistance for PvP. So, oddly, that's called resilience. That used to be the name of the PvP defensive skill in WoW. But, let me see here. If I blow 20 points in this, that's 2% damage reduction. Now it gets to 47%. We do this again over here, and we're at 47% mitigation. So what if we take some of these kinds of talents as WoW terms here? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10%. So now we're over 50% mitigation by taking the slottables, because we have 35% mitigation from DPS gear with a tanking weapon, plus 10% from non-player sources if you get the full damage reduction here. 35, 45%. We should be able to tank in DPS gear with 45, and only a 5% difference in mitigation. And so if I back out of this, and I come over here, and we have to do like 40 more points here, 2% plus 2% more damage mitigation from those. Then do heal and taken and put in some other stuff here. Reduces damage taken from direct damage attacks. 10% damage reduction from direct damage is in this tree. So we can get another 10% damage reduction that way. And so you can keep taking damage reductions. I'm just wondering if they all stack. That's really what I'm concerned about. All right, let's cancel the redistribute. So with that in mind, I should really... Well, we got this here, but this is plus health, and this has all the mitigation in it. So I've been experimenting with the idea. I'm tossing around the idea. Let me change over to DPS spec again.
Remember to move those feet, eh?
All right, let's do Paladin. So let's do Paladin. switch off to DPS. All right, this thing's not going to be like, oh, good, it's not trying to get me to redistribute again. Head off to Paladin here, and let's actually redistribute this tree to get more mitigation going, because we've been experimenting with some other stuff, including taking the other stat. Let's cancel. Whoops, no. Clear the whole tree out. Did that just clear everything? Yeah, that cleared everything. All right, well, let's pay our $3,000 and let's mess with this. His primary ability, even though he does do some weapon attacks with a martial weapon, is Magicka. Take some crit here. Well, let's take DPS talents. 33% weapon, and so another 165 weapon and spell damage to damaging abilities. We could drop that too. We don't need that, plus stamina. I wonder if it'd be better if we just took more resources. Just go hybrid mode with this, because he does do weapon attacks. This is just a damaging abilities, but we want some kind of hybrid approach to these things. Let's just pay the fee and change this all around. All right, max magic. And we'll put an emphasis on the damage reduction in the tank tree as well. So we have the option of tanking in our DPS gear. All right, let's put some stamina in the mix so we have some extra stamina without attaching weapon and spell damage, and put also crit as well. This is neutral for bonus number 4. Let's go into here. Grab the offensive pen, so we're good at all that kind of stuff. Magic status effect. This guy does a lot of like setting enemies on fire and stuff. Plus 100 weapon and spell damage to the magic attacks. Now let's go take another 200. Take a bunch of stamina here because we're going hybrid with this. It only leaves us 25 points though for everything else. All right, cancel redistribute. Let's go back to the redistribute again. Go back to the redistribute. Take everything out of the other. Take everything out of the other resource and put it in this tree. So now we have the 10% damage reduction. Healing taken is a +1 there. So this gets us to 45%. This gets us to 45% less damage. Versus, I mean, if we need to get tougher, we just put on the tank gear to go to 50% less damage. So we have 15 points, so we can start working on getting that stamina buff back. So that's what we'll work on there, instead of going over into the healing tree. We want to respec anything over here by chance? So let's do this. Weapon enchants, working on that. Yeah, I want to get rid of the stealth detection. I want to take, I want to have elemental status effects stick around for less. So when my character gets set on fire, he's on fire for less time. Or chilled or other stuff like that. Might be more of a PvP thing. Alright, this will pay for the respec for, but more of an emphasis on the damage reduction that's available here. You can also take it when DPSing too. A tougher DPS for some points we couldn't find anything to do with anyways. 10% damage reduction from all non-player attacks. So, oops. From outside of PvP, equip tank. So outside of PvP, equip the tanks, the taunt, and let's change out the armor too. So use paladin gear with defensive capabilities. Set that in alpha gear. Let's confirm this. All right, so now we have an emphasis on this, which should allow us, if wearing heavy armor, to tank at about 45% less damage. Wearing DPS gear, just swap in some tank weapons. Put Death's Wind here. We have do we have a resto of Death's Wind? Yeah. So we have this. So 42,000 on the magic side, but that's because we have a mixture of health and magic there. All right, so what are we at here? Well, 42,000 is because he has a mixture of health and magic. He also has divines. He's set to the mage, so plus more magic there. So now we're tanking with 42,000, 23,000 resistance, which gets us to about 35% less damage. I'm just wondering if that other stuff stacks. Let's go in here and let's save this as the set for two-handed tank. That is the one with the 2 purple rings. Yeah, that's this one. Insert currently equipped. So now we've switched out this number 4 build to have DPS gear instead. There we go, which means we also have a taunt. And so when we go through and work on our buffs and stuff like that, we have a taunt here, and then with the resto staff, we have the ability to use a buff that boosts our spell damage. And we can work on getting that extra stamina back, which is the minor resource anyways. Let's go into a daily random normal, get the calculator off the screen, and let's try tanking Let's try tanking without... And the thing is, we can always just put on the tank gear if we need to. So let's see. We could swap in the fortified brass, and then we'll see if that all stacks. But let's try tanking something. Group. You know what? Instead of jumping into a tank queue, let's go find a world boss. Get Mirialendis out. Let's go do like the Daggerfall Overlook or something. Oh, it's looking like it's going to be a cloudy day out here in the Leoin area. All right, let's go off to... Let's go to the... Not the Daggerfall Overlook. Captain Margot's place outside. Let's try that out. Resistance buffs and champion trees. So 30... There's a hard cap for resistance of 33,000. That cuts your damage in half. My question is, if you get the 50% less damage, and then you stack these on top of it, then that's even less damage that you'll be taking. So if you take every damage reduction tree out there, you can probably get to the point probably where you're taking like a quarter damage from all sources. Isn't that like the red ring in Legend of Zelda? The blue ring was half damage. I think the red ring was only a quarter damage. The original Zelda on the NES. Kind of experimenting with stuff in that kind of general area today. All right. Let's go take on... I'm guessing there isn't a world boss event this time to mess with this. But where's... let's get Mirialendis out. Have her be the healing... The archer cleric. Zen archer, baby. Let's get Mirialendis out here.
Problem, Sarah?
What, is she injured? Companion menu. Let's see. Not that. Do street clothes. There we go. Alright. She's leveling bow right now because she has enough class skills to heal without actually needing a resto staff. She can equip a resto staff, though. I just want to go solo this world boss out here. See if it feels like tanking with traditional brass fortress gear, because we can change specs to tank spec for that. Also for the arenas, I got to get this guy a lightning staff if I want to take him to the arena. See, that was fall damage. That doesn't count. Thieves' Trove. Wow.
I don't want to hurt you, but now
serious server lag here. What does the maintenance even do? Are they having the same problems as Final Fantasy, where the issues with...
Finders keepers, as they say.
I wonder if they're having issues with server lag, or issues like with Final Fantasy's data centers, where the chip shortage is affecting servers. Some of the things things that Yoshida-san has been apologizing to Final Fantasy players for. There's queues all over the place since Endwalker launched. Alright, let's see here. You know what, we got the nice jazz here and whatnot, but we can actually upgrade to the standard music now. We're done we're done messing around in the castle here. Oh yes, this fits perfectly. And we're about to go test out a tank build. Kazoo music. All right, well, let's get this going here. This boss is up, right? Because no one's farming it. Oh, look. Let's taunt it off of that. Why is this boss being farmed? Taking some hits, but doing more damage. So this guy can hit for like that much, like a half-inch of the health bar. Woo, a Bloodthorn staff.
Wow. You don't come by those too often.
Why is this being farmed, though? The event is over. Especially some new player or something. Yeah, look at this. Limb Scather. Who is that? Stand up. Oh, a level 14. Yeah, new player trying out a world boss.
Anyway.
Let's go find something. Let's go find something else that hits stuff like that. Can also go. Oh, there's a Sigic thingy up there. Let's go get that. Just gonna hang out in the general area. See if that level 14 is going to farm the boss again. Oh, I should use some more resources. I don't know what the respawn timer is on Limb Scather. Alternatively, we could go into a public dungeon and take on a public dungeon boss. I think the world bosses will be better for this kind of thing. Ring of the Weird Tree.
Can never have enough of that.
Let's see if she's camping the boss. Could always take out the delve as well. Nope, nobody's camping Limscather. There's really nothing else going on, though, except an achievement, so... Alright, nobody in stealth, right? A level 4 tank is camping the boss. Unbelievable. I don't blame him, though. This is basically where I tested out tank builds for previously. What's this? Oh, look, more people camping the... What is this crap? There is no world boss event going on anymore. What are the endeavors? Not Kakruti.
Until next time.
What is this? There used to never be anybody over here. I used to come over here and solo this boss all the time. Seals of Endeavor. Seals of Endeavor. What are the endeavors? 2 duels, 2 pieces of equipment, a trial, do PvP, or dig up a treasure chest. I have a treasure chest to go get that right now, but... Or enchant 2 pieces of equipment. There's nothing in the Endeavor system that would indicate why these low levels would be camping this boss. They must be new players just legit curious about that, or people leveling alts. Wow. It's off hours, too. I don't understand why... That's enough kazoos. Close zone chat while I'm at it. Although I think the big issue here is that this is like the Stormwind area. So all those people playing Bretons and human characters, stuff like that, the generic high fantasy and stuff like that. This is a delve. We could always just go do that. Take out the delve boss just for the heck of it. Then see if this guy's back up. We could also go in and solo a dungeon boss too. It's another option we have. But world bosses tend to hit harder, so... This guy, though, is very straightforward. Let's keep grabbing some of these things in the general area. Limscather. What the? Why does he only have... No way he only has 30,000 health. He's supposed to be a world boss. Well, there's other world bosses, too, that do mostly melee attacks in Glenumbra. Let's go check the Grizzly Bear boss. Do like a comparison or something. Could also go into the dungeon queues, too. We do have a taunt available. This will be fun, though. If we can do more DPS, while tanking, then we'll do things that way. Ah, we're waiting for the boss to respawn now. Good. Let's see what we get here. There's funny things respawning around here, like nodes and stuff. Let's see, is there anything hiding around here, I wonder? No driftwood on the beach. Okay, there's Limscather. So we saw how much he hit for before. So let's equip some Fort Brass and a DPS thingy. Alright, Fort Brass. Giuliano's helmet. We need the Fort Brass there. And let's swap out the weapons for DPS weapons. So let's do Great Sword of Twilight's Embrace and an Arresto Staff of Twilight's Embrace. They both have the Sharpened enchant. So now we have 26k. See, this thing is going to be similar, I think. So now we have more raw resistance. Here. Actually, no. Let's go with the old setup, which also would include tank weapons. So Great Sword of Death's Wind, Resto Staff of Death's Wind. And so now we're at 31.6. And we also had some jewelry that added some mitigation to that. So let's swap that out for What one? There was one of those that had plus damage. Which one? Or plus physical resistance? Or did I get rid of those? I think I did. I was just cheesing it with 31 thou. 31 thou. All right, let's go see how much he hits for when we get hit by this thing. Yeah, roughly the same amount on the health bar, except I'm doing less damage now. All right, let's run away and reset the fight. Unsummon Miri. We can run away from it quickly enough. Just do it that way. Yeah, so we just had a little extra health. That's really it. Come on, Miri. Run away from the boss. All right, we reset the fight. Let's just go in DPS gear and take him out and see what a long extended fight is like. Plus, you're only hitting for 4,500 anyway, so two-handed tank, switch back. So we now have DPS gear with just a tank weapon. So we have DPS gear and tank weapons. What does that do to our numbers? Let's see what we have here. We'll also run in and we'll turn on the buff as well so we can hit harder. Throw it hot on and stuff like that.
All right. I guess we're doing this.
Yeah, like 5,000. And the fun part about doing more damage, as a tank is the fights go faster. So we're doing this now with 45% mitigation. Just remember to block the right things. So we're doing 45% instead of 50%. It was probably higher with the tank gear. And we have the option of equipping fortified brass if we need to toughen up some more. That way we can actually have the stuff to get 33,000 out of this guy. The fun part, though, is the healing from the Consecrate is higher when we crank this guy's magic higher. So, I don't know, 7,400 instead of 8 grand. I gotta get Lauren out here and have her try the same thing, but she only has light armor, so we might have to modify her setup a little. But this lets us tank and DPS plate at roughly the same mitigation. And if we need more mitigation, we can throw on the actual tank gear if we're not tough enough. Same thing too, like if we keep a sword and board around. And of course the two-hander helps with clearing trash because there's the built-in cleave effect. The real fun, though, is going to be do enough, like, passive healing, throw around enough healing through stuff like this. All right, I need my magic back, so we'll do things this way. Throw around enough healing through stuff like this, and the healer can jump on DPS. That's the fun part. Nothing like, oh yeah, healer, you don't have to worry about keeping the tank up, so do some DPS instead. Yeah, see, maybe I take a little bit more damage because of less mitigation overall. But we kind of make up for it with the increased passive healing and fights not taking as long because my character's not hitting like a noodle. Of course, for tank buster skills that require a tank with a high health pool, we can keep the tank build set up for that. So I think what I should do is keep the fort brass gear around for when we absolutely have to toughen up and have something to equip that with. So set up something in like alpha gear or something to upgrade to full fort brass. But yeah, so it's fun though doing more damage because then the fights will go faster. You know what? Let's jump in and tank Fungal Grotto too. See if people mess this up again. All right, group. Let's jump in. It's 152. Actually, let's do daily random normal and see what kind of dungeon we get. Run in as a tank. We do have the other stuff too, so if we need to toughen up, we're going to toughen up. 29,000 for tank, though. We're going to try tanking with only 29,000 health. DPS gear with just the mitigation that we're getting from the trees. It's the March of Sacrifices. Never mind, we gotta change that out. We gotta swap gear. Never mind, it's a DLC dungeon. We're gonna have to switch some gear out. Alright, no, we gotta toughen up for this one. This one's very hard. No experimenting here. Fort Brass on everything. Go up to 31,000. We gotta do things the old-fashioned way. So much for that. Well, we got everything on top of that as well now. Matter of fact, Grasherog. We're gonna need some more health for the Tank Buster. Especially some of the bosses. Let's get this guy out here and swap in full tank. The healer has 30,000 health, so the healer's doing everything in tank gear. That's probably who pulled. Let's see if they can figure out that first boss, though. It requires some smart use of the mechanics. Why am I Stam? DPS. Whoever this Morna is healing in tank gear. I don't know. Maybe this will be a quick one. These folks seem to know what they're doing. I just didn't want a DLC dungeon. Those are the... We need a non-DLC, though, in order to try... Well, the non-DLC wouldn't really have much for challenge. So...
That damn book! He led them right to us. L'Oreal, taking aim, ready to fight.
Our prey has finally arrived.
Is that the boss?
We need to keep our guard up, lest we share the same fate.
Only 13,000. Who is that? Is that the healer? The healer's wearing tank gear. I can tell by the health pool. If you dump all your points or has like a tank spec loaded. Wow, trouble with the frame rates. All right. So I'll take the melee. We'll take on the melee here. Is everybody here? All right, we mostly got to take out the range damage first. I'll take their tank, though. Also, the green thing nerf spell. One-shotted. Woo! 35,000. This is why you gotta block stuff. Watch, I'll get kicked out of the group now. Gotta get that tank and gotta block when they... Why isn't there a combat alert for that? That's 2 down. Oh, that's 2 down. The healer's still up, but the healer has 30... No, the healer just got 1 shot. 35,000 with the Weirus. I think you have to dodge that. All right, give me that big guy. Wow, all right, it's a wipe. It's a wipe. Just take me out already. That's what you gotta do. You gotta block it. Just wipe already. That's that shield bash we gotta do. That's a shield bash you gotta block. It's blockable. That's just shield bash you gotta do, but it's blockable. So, block or dodge. That's basically it. We gotta keep that guy busy. Once everyone comes back, we'll re-pull, and we'll not get 1 shot. I think we can dodge that, too. Yeah, make him miss. Gotta keep everybody separate in order to do less damage. Over here, Tanko. Just gotta block his thing and then throw a heal afterwards. Keep an eye on that guy, so it's all a matter of this. Plunk. Yeah, I'll just counter all of them. Got plenty of magic to do it. The tank is dead. Now we take out the archer.
Lives on. I'm ready to fire.
What? No skills. That's a silence type thingy there. We'll just attack from afar. The green thing, by the way, the green and blue things, by the way, sap your regeneration abilities. So we'll just taunt with that.
We have become
All right, that's better.
prey. How pathetic.
This is exactly why, yeah, this is why, you know, I do have the sword and shield I could equip if I really needed to. Who's this that keeps running way the hell ahead? Solid DPS. They didn't realize, though, the way ESO works, though, is that trash is not an issue for DPS. It's only the elites and the bosses that are the problem. So, I mean, these lurchers might be good, but the big thing is get them together so the AE can hit everything. So taunts to make them run towards you or pull them or something, but I don't have the chain attack hooked up. All right, let's see here. All right, so it'd be nice if I could get a non-DLC dungeon so I could test that with, and then move up to a DLC dungeon and see how far we can go with this type of stuff. Take out the lurchers. Right. We could quietly switch back to the wrong gear. Whoops!
Oh, fetch it all.
Hang on. I'll look for a way out.
All right. Solstice boss. What was the gimmick with this one?
Those friggin' saplings seem up to something.
Yeah, keep the attention of the boss. Keep the attention of the boss and counter heal. What's that, some kind of explosion ability? Get the ad. Oh, we took out the boss that quickly. Yeah, these are some good DPS.
Father, you've returned.
These are some good DPS. They really know their stuff. I think the healer's in tank gear, too. I've done that before. I've cheesed it like that.
We're trapped within this eternal hunt.
Blah, 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 blah. How are we going to handle that last boss, though? The last boss has, like, a juggernaut ability. For, like, if you ever play the X-Men games on Genesis or something, you got to outrun the juggernaut in one of the stages, or he insta-kills you when he catches up to you. So we'll see how that works for that. Really what I'm looking for here is when I get this right and I get used to it, I want basically the experience of tanking to be just like DPSing with only slightly lower numbers. Of course, these people probably have 100k builds or something with how quickly they're insta-giving all the trash.
Weapons at the ready.
I guess the issue is that most groups that I've had couldn't handle the March of Sacrifices. The mechanics would always crush them. Regardless, though, let's get Gasharag out here and change builds.
Some folks say
We're past the hardest part, so let's do Paladin. Back out, back out, back out. We gotta change the gear. Paladin and two-handed tank. All right, now we're gonna try with this gear, especially versus these harder bosses, with 5% more damage taken. Where's the boss?
Don't you see? You're
Give me
the
that.
man now, hunter. Burn beneath the flames.
Just remember to, well, the spell resistance is higher though, so. Yeah, just remember to block everything. Nothing to it. Just get out of the red fire attacks. Keep them taunted and then throw heals in between everything. So we're taking 5% more damage now, but this is working out. All right, well, the thing here too is doing more damage as a high damage tank would be really good for clearing trash as well. The faster you can make the dungeon go, the happier everybody's going to be. All right. We just need a toughen up button, so we'll keep the tank spec specifically for that. I thought I heard the sound that someone died. Like, did someone find a way to die in the midst of all this? Yeah, but only hitting for 3 grand. Must be forgetting to use the buff. Yeah, 42, 65 DPS gear, right? Yeah, Julianos. It's just heavy armor. It's DPS plate, but still. Might be good for some PvP. That assassin glitched out and didn't actually die. Alright, give me that wisp mother. Alright, turn south. These DPS are just taking everything out. Oh wow, that tickled. Glowing remnant. I think that's part of some kind of pet. You get a whole bunch of them and you get a pet from that. Let's see how they handle the fight with the Oh, they know their stuff. Look at that.
Quickly, crouch down. We need to stay hidden until we can draw the beast out.
Yep. Whoops, we lost someone. Guess I'm a healer. Oh no, you get teleported in. That's the fun part. The game got... Whoops. That's the fun part, is the game got updated. This Morna, yeah, probably just a tank jumping in the healer queue, taking a break from tanking. Why does he only have 29,000 health? I gotta update my tank build, and I gotta update alpha gear so I can toughen up with the push of a button. We'll do that after the dungeon. By default, I want to go in with high damage, and if I need to toughen up, I want the ability to do that. So learn the fights, do more damage when possible, and then do things that way.
The fog will hide you while our wisp finds the Indrik.
Whoops! Don't get hit by the big green ghost. Great. Oops.
You'll keep out of the Indrik's sight.
You can... Oh, you can't dodge roll without being detected. I'm a little behind on my stealth gameplay. Watch out for the green ghosts! Doesn't green mean lucky? Maybe this is a reference to Lucky Ghost. Ah! Oops!
Your location. Remain hidden.
That's one of the fun parts about ES. Give me the beast.
Attack!
That's one of the fun things about ESO is you get these NPCs. Whoops, just Baron getting a few things. Ah, that was quick. Down to 1.2 million.
Hidden until our wisp can pull the Indrik out of hiding.
It's fun having an NPC. Whoops, an NPC yelling out the mechanics. Watch the green ghost. I wonder what the hitbox is on him. Oh, that's right. You got to go where the wisp goes without getting hit by the green ghosts or any of the other stuff. Until the wisp brings everything out of hiding. 1.2 million. Yeah, these DPS are pretty good. They're basically finishing the... Oops.
Finally, we found the beast.
They're basically finishing the phases in like 2 seconds. Hey, look, where's the healer? Gotta use the buff in order to do decent damage. Plus, the thing has more armor. Oh, you blew my ultimate. Whatever, man.
Crouch within the fog until the Indrik is discovered.
Oops. We gotta set...
Stay crouched and focus on tracking.
Why am I doing so terribly at this? It's the red things appearing out of nowhere. Or are the hitboxes on the green ghosts larger than I remember? Yeah, it's one of those things where you gotta actually... I wonder if this, like, insta-gives people on veteran mode if you screw this up.
Keep your head down and let the fog cover you.
Scrunch.
Don't let it get away.
Alright, we're finishing this thing off. See ya! No. Get Gasharog out of there. Yeah, unsummon this bozo.
Tarsia's heart is ours.
Tarsia, that's the name.
With this, my father's freedom is assured.
Get the potions ready.
Come on.
Especially if we run into a
Still
mana
have to deliver
sucker
the
boss.
heart to Hersey.
Come on, open the vines. Whatever. So yeah, 32,000. That's because of the I think we should keep the health bonus in case we deal with a tank buster. But I want to set up my tank abilities. I want to set everything up in the tank spec to start with this armor and move up to something. 32 thou.
I'll bury you in an icy grave.
That's low damage, but yeah, that's what a tank's supposed to be. Where's my pointer? Yeah, Giuliano's gear. Why do I have 32,000 health, though?
But you are not the one to hunt my hair. Why should I grant you this?
Maybe I should do all the healing and then let the healer do the DPS.
I'll hunt down the ones who killed that beast in the first.
All right, this werewolf boss is a real mess.
Get in formation. And the boon is yours.
Like 20-something thou. 20-something thou on that boss. All right, werewolf time. We got Hercine watching it all.
Hunting you down.
Come on, everybody, get in the arena. All right, let's take this sucker down.
Make sure to give Hercine a good show now.
Now, during the hunting phase, we got to lead him into the trap. Ground pound. All right, we got to get him. We got to taunt him into the trap. Where's the trap? Where the heck is the trap? There's a trap we got to get him to. Is that the green thing? Yeah, they're all jumping over there like, over here, idiot. All right, don't get hit by the werewolf until we trap him. Let's re-taunt this sucker. Wow, that quickly. Over to the green. He'll just chase anyone randomly, so we got to take him out of hunter mode like that. That it? Okay.
Setting a trap for your enemy.
Over to the green, werewolf. Scrunch. These people know this dungeon inside out. These guys are hands down the best March of Sacrifices group that I've ever had. I'm the one that looks like a moron. I was the one that looked like a moron with that first one. Scrunch. Wow. All right, let's go set up the rest of this build then. Just got pounded by that first boss because of the insta-gib tank buster attack. Still, her scene though is pretty awesome.
Freedom
Look at that.
for myself and my father. Release us, so we may join our ancestors in death.
I hear two requests, child, not one. You must choose. A heart for a heart is only fair.
That's awesome. And the question, of course, is you choose what happens.
For your own freedom, Hanu. You don't deserve.
I'm gonna get out of here though. We gotta set up this thing here.
I don't know if I can
There
do
go
that.
people leaving. I'll join them. Zing! Back to Glenumbra. Back to Panther Fang. We'll do the outdoors, indoors trick. That's something we got to take a look at with some of these other tank builds then. Nice. All right, let's go set this up then. I want to set it up to start out with, standard gear, but it looks weird if you go in as a tank with only 20,000 health. So definitely keep the bonus to health, and I might consider just putting health on. Well, no, we want to crank our attack resource as high as it'll go. Let's see here. All right, set up to this. Get here, close that door. Let's go set this up. Head on over to Yasharag here.
Talent spot.
All right, what do we set? Paladin? Set up for night. Oh, we screwed it up. Now we basically have the paladin build set up under knight. We got, oh man, this sucks. That means we got to go pay a respecking fee, unless shock it in, buy a new build slot. I don't want to pay for a respec ever again. I got some crowns sitting around. Give me another armory slot. We'll put nothing in it except for an outfit, because this guy's going to drop down to just his boxers the minute we do this. Armory slot, gimme. Zing. Now we're going to rename that to free respecs and never put anything in there.
Of 18 weeks.
Let's set everything here. All right, let's see. What can we use for an icon for a free? Arrow in the knee. There we go. Until, of course, Zenimax gets all greedy and nerfs this. Free respecs. We ruined the knight build. It's no longer tank specific, so you might as well just redo it from scratch. All right, ready? We better stay in first person mode because we're not going to be wearing anything. We have equipped it. Make sure we never save anything there, or we're going to have to pay for a respec. Hey! Calvin Klein model. Whoop, there we go. And we'll go and we'll save just some clothes there, so you can actually be wearing something when you do a free respec. Yep, we've no points, just an outfit. All right, let's see here. Now let's set up a build and then save it as knight. So we want to keep the health bonus because it looks weird if we show up with this. So let's make sure we keep the health bonus here. We do need to deal with tank busters and stuff like that. Oh, we're starting from scratch. This is gonna suck. Two-handed tank. Set up two-handed tank. Start with standard tank gear. Gives us to that. Gets us only to 28 grand. So let's go into the champion tree and let's boost up our health. We want to get to around 30,000 health with this. Health, magic, and stamina plus. Your max health is increased when you're equipping gear with your heavy armor points anyway. So let's do plus max health for these three. Set this up because we screwed it up. What a way to blow 15,000 crowns. Or 1,500 crowns, I should say. But hey, free respecs. This is why you don't buy those respec scrolls in the crown store ever, because if you got to spend 1,500 crowns on something, spend it on an armory slot you're never going to use and use that to respec. All right, let's see. We want lower cost of block, more damage from blocking, movement speed while bracing, make it faster, also make it so we can run faster as well, to keep up with those ants in pants DPS who will pull for you if you don't pull as a tank. All right, 500 more health. Let's see here. 30 health recovery for every 10 ultimate you have. That's a way to not use ultimate here. His main ability is magic. His main ability, even when tanking, is magic. He is a Breton after all. All right, let's make roll dodge cheaper. Break free definitely should be cheaper. And trash the rest of the points, making status effects shorter in case we get set on fire or something crazy like that. All right, there. All right. On this side of things, resources. Hybrid. Grab the magic, grab the stamina. He's got to have resources, because even if he has his stamina weapon out, he's going to have block with stamina. So plus stam. Or do we want to even go in that direction? Let's get the mitigation in first. Plus healing taken, and now 10% damage reduction from that. Do we want to take the mitigation abilities? So this would be 10% from... So here's how it would work. DPS gear with a tank weapon gets us to... What was that number again? DPS gear with a tank weapon gets us to like 45%. 45% with just that one perk without spending any points whatsoever. We go into the defensive side of this. 10%, it gets like 55%. I wonder if that stacks with 33,000 resistance. So here's the thing. 10%, and you have to blow 3 of these slots in order to get that. I don't know if it's really worth it for an extra 10% mitigation. Let's take resources instead and have big resources and the ability to do some damage. Make the fights go long, make the fights better that way. Plus weapon and spell damage. This is irrespective of anything else. This makes everything stronger, including the passive healing that we are doing with the Consecrate heals. Also self-healing as well. Crit and whatnot. We will need a larger health pool, though, for higher-end stuff. I definitely know that part. I've seen plenty an ESO tank with 50,000 health. Never gotten there before. I'll probably do that with my Warden tank, though, because Wardens have the unique ability to do more damage as they increase their health. So you can do damage, mostly snow damage, ice damage, as a Warden and crank your health to Pluto. I got it. That's what Archibald Campbell is for. I got to see how he does with all of that. It's also with the tank builds, too. Even Ulfric von Moosehammer on the Templar side. Let's go over here. Also give him some offensive penetration. And he does a lot of magic stuff, like setting enemies on fire with Templar attacks. And get some weapon and spell damage. We're short, because we need more points. Take some stuff out of the stamina thingy. Put it over here. Zing! Now let's head on over to 376 on this tree. Give me a bunch of extra money. That'll come in handy. Wearing plate mail, so the stealth doesn't really do anything here. And let's see. He's already a master crafter, so we can just go this way down the tree and spend less points to get our usual 4 of those. Better quality items in treasure chests. Better extraction of materials. So yeah, I mean, blowing all those slottables for 10% more mitigation. I mean, we can just equip the 33,000 armor. Just do it that way. We can get that too. At the serious expense of some damage, but isn't that the way it usually goes? The tug of war is between offense and defense. All right, gold from safe boxes. We have that in play here. And let's work on weapon enchants lasting longer so you don't have to use as many soul gems. All right, the rest is all slottables we can't use. Let's back it off to here and make sure that we have this ready to go. Confirm we have this. We did not take the 4th ability for extra weapon and spell damage because we took the other resource because it's a tank build. Everything's all hybrid mode. Next 5 points will finish off stamina. All right. This gets us up to 30,000 health, which is, I like to have 30,000 health when tanking because the DPS will have 20,000. But to survive a tank buster, though, you need to crank your health higher. So I'm probably going to end up with some health gear. That's the thing, though. Set the build so that the gear determines how you tank. Lower difficulty stuff, we bust out the damage, the stats, the whole 9 yards. Higher difficulty, crank the mitigation, crank the health, do it through like Fort Brass gear and stuff. There actually are 2 armor sets in the game that give you a crap ton of armor. And 33. Sorry, we're at 20,000 as is, but we haven't taken any talent, any skill points yet. So first, let's go Breton, where everything's going to go get lopsided. Because Bretons gain a bonus. Of course, to spell resistance. All right, let's see here. Go through everything. What did we have before? Well, first, we start with our heal. Ah, here we go. Nice tune. We have our burst heal with Rush Ceremony, and let's do Breath of Life so we can be nice to our neighbors and heal them. Take all the points here, take all the points here, and here, and here. Don't forget Undaunted. We have Undaunted Command and Undaunted Metal take as well to get some more bonuses to our ability, to our attributes. There's also Balanced Warrior, gives some physical and spell resistance as well. So that's part of the Templar thing here with how that works. Okay. Our number 2 ability is Sunfire, split into 3, so Reflective Light. Number 3 ability is the Consecrate ability under Restoring Light to put down, not that, Cleansing Ritual, Extended Ritual. Number 3 ability is that. Number 4 ability is Solar Barrage for magic efficient combat. Number 5 ability is our taunt. Inner fire, and we will keep it. We don't want the taunt. We'll keep it magic. Inner rage, so it'll actually do some damage. 4171 specifically. All right, heavy armor. Take the perks for that. Plus physical and spell resistance. Plus health recovery and regen resources when hit. Plus max health. 10% more max health. Improved heavy attacks and healing received for 5% of that too. Now, so here's this ultimate ability we're going to take from the Fighters Guild. We can take these points as well. He's got a huge sword. So we're going to do Dawnbreaker. Flawless Dawnbreaker, which boosts weapon and spell damage afterwards. So that way the plus healing gets a little boost after the fact, retroactively. So here's this. Breton is all set. Assault skills. Faster mount. You can also do caltrops to debuff enemy armor. Really wanted a paladin throwing caltrops around. Alright, so Adric's Spear. On bar 2, your ability has been purchased. Crescent Sweep. That's our Adric's Spear ability here. I might just do that on all these instead of having the big sword, because with Adric's Spear, get more critical damage and damage done to blocking targets. So I don't know. It's kind of a toss-up. Let's see. Dawn's Wrath, Restoring Light, two-handed. All right, we got Forceful to cleave everything. We want the spell damage bonus from having a two-hander. We don't use any abilities. That's not required. Next direct damage attack and 7 seconds deals an additional 5% damage. Follow-up, we'll take that. All right, light armor perks, because our secondary set is light armor. Don't know if we need to do anything with medium armor. So we have that. Adric's Spear, Dawn's Wrath. Okay, for Resto Staff, which is our secondary weapon, jumping on heals in between everything. Take all of those. Regeneration. Probably the most fun Resto Staff skill in the game for number 4 there. Restoring Light. Put that there. Dawn's Wrath. We're not going to use Solar Barrage with a magic weapon. And under Mage's Guild. So this is what we need to do to get rid of that other stuff there. Entropy. And let's see. Give us major sorcery with that. This is one of the reasons why we want to go for... Get that out of there. But this year, this is one of the reasons why we want to go for this stuff. Because we want to be able to get this off the bars and put a 5th skill on here and not have it matter. Because we always have plus 20% weapon and spell damage. Hence the drive for buff armor. All right, let's go to this here. I think that's really all we need to take. We just want to max everything out for... Oh yeah, Resto Staff is all set. Light armor and heavy armor are the 2 armor types. And the rest of this can all be stuff that we take. How about crafting? In case you do any crafting with this guy in this spec. Not what we're supposed to do, but let's do it. Hirelings especially. Got more than enough points to take everything except the keen eyes. Clothing. Keen eye. Nope. Skip that. Outfitter. Unraveling. We're already done researching things, so we don't need shorter research times. Check 1, 2. Okay, I'm a little behind the what I'm supposed to be. Jewelry. Jewelry extraction. Jewelry extraction. That is extracting pleatings. Pleatings expertise. Provisioning. I think we just do all of these. Got so many skill points from doing all the main quests and all the other stuff. Being a master crafter and all that fun stuff here. Woodworking. Oops. We just blew the whole build. You know what? We'll pay money for a respec to drop that ability. Just go blow some money on that. Wood extraction. Instead of starting the whole build over from scratch. Alright, there's that. Which means we're not going to save that either. We're not going to save it just yet. Head off to Pilgrim's Rest. We'll go to Leowin to reset that. Alright, let's see here. Alright, leave home. This is what happens when you screw up stuff like this. You have to pay money for respecs that you otherwise wouldn't need. I don't use any of the keen eyes, just turn the grass off to find nodes. I don't have very much problems finding nodes in the first place. Alright, let's see here. Oh yeah, the chapel. Duh, it's right in front of me. What the heck? See if the stained glass thing has been patched yet. Close up. No. The stained glass gets a little brighter when you're moving because of the way that NVIDIA DLAA works. Alright, let's go pay probably 10 grand for a respec. Ugh. Wasted money just because I misclicked. But I don't feel like dragging on the stream doing all that again. Oh, we need 11 grand for that. Excuse me. We don't have any quick slots either. When I said blank, I meant blank. We really blanked it. Allies. Yasharag in the 12 o'clock. Miri. Bastion. Nuzuma. Tythus. Slottable items. Sugar skulls. Sugar skulls. We don't have any other kinds of food right now. The potions we can never ever use up for whatever reason. The other slot is open. All right. More money, Mr. Andromo.
Greetings.
We're only short by... Oh, what's this? 9937. There. We have exactly 500,000 gold left in the bank. All right, let's blow money on this crap. Not that gold's hard to make anyways. Just do your dailies. So long, Woodpoint. We're paying 10,000 gold just to dump your sorry ass. Hey, well read. Did we screw any of the... Or do you want to take a look at this while we have this loaded like this? Oh, look at all that stuff. This is not a physical DPS build, though. Actually, we want to take Puncture. We want to take Puncture and Pierce Armor, as well as the one-hand and shield abilities, and also Destro Staff. So that way, if we need to equip some more formal tank stuff, we can do that. All right, what's this? Destro abilities. We don't use any Destro abilities, even when we're tanking. Status effects, yes. And then that, in case we want to equip an ice staff. And while we're at it, if we're nuts enough to try tanking in medium armor, we have the points for it. All right, so there's that. There's this. Yeah. And oh yeah, and don't forget the stuff for antiquities, because we'll be out in tank spec doing antiquities for whatever reason. We have the points. Improved hiding. Not that that's going to work. Guy doesn't pickpocket. Bench interactions. He's not a thief, though, so. Antiquarianism. Load that up, load that up, load that up, load that, load it, load that up, load that up. For scrying. Soul magic. Did I do anything here? No, of course not. We could equip the meteor if we really wanted another ultimate skill. Sigic Order has, like... Actually, if you have a Sigic Order skill, you can actually make, do damage shields that way and tank that way. Undaunted Command, Doing synergies is restores things. 2% max health, stamina, blah, 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 because of the stuff that we have there. Caltrops is a wonderful armor debuff, and we can unlock Razor Caltrops. We don't need the stamina heal. I did try Warhorn at one point. That should be it. Let's blow 11 grand. Whatever. Now we can save the build. Watch the power go out or something stupid like that. Oh no, my stream! It's time to play some stuff. That was dumb. Next!
Headed for some rugged terrain? Remember, tough soul.
Free respecs. No. Save overnight. Now that it's correct again. Ugh. Okay, so we also want the option of, is this working right now? It's not going to complain. You didn't purchase the skills. Yeah, we already equipped that. So, Fort Brass armor. What does this include? All right, we just want this to equip Fort Brass. So, we want to... Oh, it's number 6. It's armor set number 6. So, remove all... Oops. No, get rid of it, get rid of it, get rid of it. I want this to just equip Fort Brass. That's it. So, we do a quick swap for Fort Brass armor to put Fort Brass armor on and increase mitigation for stuff like this. For now, though, two-handed tank, and we only equip Fort Brass armor when it's actually needed, which will jump the mitigation up to 33,000 and make us take even less damage. Nice prank. Well, so is anytime anybody does anything to support the channel.
Roger, 10 truckers are rolling this morning.
What other stupid high school PowerPoint animations can I bring back? Besides, of course, hey, that guy doesn't know how to use a CB. So, when all this is said and done, we get to about 23 grand physical resistance, probably around 23,222. Bust out the calculator. I should have the 222 bot make an appearance too, but I don't have that set up. All right, 23,222, 222, 23,222 divided by 33 grand is 0.70 times 0.5. So 35% mitigation, about 45% mitigation, so around taking a little over half damage for everything. We could always change out to reinforced armor if we wanted more mitigation. All right, you know what we should do for the Fort Brass since we're almost never going to be wearing it? Whatever. Change out the enchants to plus health. So we equip that, we get an even bigger health pool. See, where's the enchanting place? Over by the dailies, of course. I suppose now's as good a time as any to do dailies. But yeah, so keep the Fort Brass available, and we'll just re-equip. Change that out when we want to do this other stuff there. And I should do this for the other characters, too. They all equip heavy armor of some sort. Keep in mind, my mitigation is actually lower because I'm wearing light armor as my set number 2. Oh, yeah, that's right. We got to deal with this stuff. Ursus. Health. Oh, it's cute. Make little ghost bears appear. All right, let's deal with that. Also, don't forget I'm missing some mitigation because of using Crafty Alfiq as my secondary set in order to crank magic as high as possible. 37 grand now. Which is about what I think an Imperial would be able to get. That's after the food buffs. So what's... how come we can't hit 40 grand, though? That's the thing. Julianos. Divines. The system, yet we're still Mundus to the Mage. Plus spell damage. We're getting all the Crafty Alfiq stuff. Oh, that's right, because we have a tank sword. 37k. 37 grand. Oh, how about in here? Yeah, so we're set with this. It's the stamina one that we are short on. So for 1300 max magic. Let's see here. Plus magic. We could upgrade that to get a little more magic there. We can make... I think we have a Kuta enchantment here. Oh, look! People dueling in layaway! Woo! Alright, over to the enchant station. There is one thing that we didn't equip. Let's see here. I think that's where we're missing 37,000, but why did I have... Because I didn't take any points. Because I didn't take any points in magic, that's why. Alright, yeah. Kind of like, what did I miss? Yeah, we have the plus health build, so we can have a big health pool like that. Although we could tank with 30,000 by doing a 50-50 setup with this. We can always just equip the gear on the DPS spec if we want that, though, since the mitigation side of it, they're all coming together on this sort of thing. All right, over here. We have any kutas? Yes, we have 4 of them. So we can upgrade the magic enchant on the shoulders. Rapora, Mako, Kuta.
Rapora, Mako, Huta.
Now we can also... We don't have enough kutas to turn Fort Brass into a health set yet, so let's do some dailies and stuff and come back to that. But the Julianos Pauldron. Actually, you know what we could do? If we're doing this... If we are tanking... Oh. Please keep... No. Back off. Here's what we could do, though. We have Julianos gear right now because we're tanking with DPS armor. If we go to the Fighters Guild Secret Forge and create a set of Kagrenak gear, we'll be right back to the gear we used like 3 months ago. Maybe I should take some of that gear from Vindalia's Splatter Day contest and go on a shopping spree. All right, let's decon everything from the dungeon. We probably have... Oh, we could sell stuff, too. Also get repaired and stuff like that. Because that was one of the things, too. There was a bonus to health that we could always... If we're going to be tanking in DPS gear, how about something that gives us some health? As part of the set bonuses. Let's go decon, get repaired, get everything.
I served my time in the 3...
Piddly 211 gold for that. Let's see. So it's interesting, though, because the prevailing wisdom is, 33,000 is how you tank. 33,000 with nothing spent anywhere else gives you half damage, but there is percent mitigation elsewhere in the trees. So with this setup, we have 45% mitigation, and we can tank in DPS plate. Of course, we'll have to crank health and mitigation higher for higher difficulty stuff. Well, let's see here. All right. Play how you want. Well, in a sense, you do need to be a tank. Tanking involves taunting, taking damage, and also positioning mobs. We do need to take the Fighters Guild skill for the pull chain thing if we want to do, like, pulling mobs like Death Grip for Death Knights in WoW. We set this up like this, though. I wonder if we could ditch some of the health stuff, though. What if we could... Yeah, I want the option of being able to equip that with the DPS spec. The DPS, we're going to switch that over for that other stuff. Let's go off to Bankarai. What kind of Kagrenak gear can we make right now? Or do we have to do a bunch more crafting dailies to do so? I got to see this. That gives you like 1,000 health or something. That would actually be... This is where the hybrid between magic and health can go together like that. But you go compare what the set bonuses were. We got Julianos right now, but what I'm looking for here is plus spell and weapon damage with no drawback. There's a set in Southern Elsewhere, like New Moon something or another, that gives you a bunch of bonuses to your secondary attributes, but it makes your abilities more expensive in return, like 5% more cost or something like that. All right, Fighters Guild, Bankarai. Go off to the Secret Forge, which you can only go to after you've finished the Fighters Guild quests. Hey, there's a safe box there. If one of my thief characters robs from the Fighters Guild, do you get expelled from the guild, like in the days of yore in Morrowind? Let's go try that out. Maybe try tanking another random. And we can work on the other characters, too, while we're at it with this stuff. Yeah, no mounts. What a beautiful day in, what is this place? Something. It's a secret forge that the Fighters Guild lets you go to. He's got to sprint over there. Not good when your character isn't spec'd for stamina. Alright, let's see here. Head over there and see what those set bonuses were. If we're doing a hybrid of tanking and damage, start with hybrid gear, have the mitigation gear ready to swap in, though. Could always just do this on the DPS spec, too. Usual MMO rules, a dead DPS does no damage. So if you got a little health sitting around, not a bad deal. Off to the forge itself for this one. see. Actually, no, I think it was over here. Kagranak's Hope set bonuses. You get plus health and magic recovery too. So a little bit of that kind of stuff there. Let's go to Champion 160, which we have a crap ton of way too many materials. Set all the Mundus to Divines. We can also do like infuse on some of the bigger pieces to make the enchants more powerful. It's usually one of the things people do. We'll crank Divines through the roof on this one. All right, we're replacing the primary set, so we will do head, shoulders, chest, etc. Champion 160. I don't know if we can legendary all of this stuff. I'm probably short of the materials to do it. Kag's Hope. Kind of sad because I deconned all my Kag's Hope gear earlier to make Julianos gear to hit harder. But now we have this setup going on. All right. No, we cannot legendary all of this stuff. So we got 1,000 health plus another roughly 1,000 magic. So that would get us to 34,000. Where's give me the get the general out here.
I've been at this alone.
We switch over to Paladin, which splits up the bonuses. That's another thing Zenny could do, is put it in where you can lock the build so you can't accidentally override them. Yeah, 29.6. If we switch to Kagranak gear, my DPS guy will have 30,000 health. Just the thing. But what are we looking at for a difference here?
Right on.
Crack 30 grand as a DPS. Not a bad idea. Except for how many points do we lose in terms of damage? I think we lose crit. I think we lose crit in order to do that. All right, let's take a look at these things here. So, Shackle Breaker. We also have the Julianos equipped. Crit, magic, crit, plus 300 weapon and spell damage. Magic plus recovery, plus health, plus weapon and spell damage. So we lose all the crit in order to do that. You know what? Heck with it. We'll keep the specs as they are. Keep the specs as they are. Put some crit in the mix. All right, let's tank as is. 34,000 health. Nobody's gonna care. 37,666 on that. If anything, we should change the Fort Brass to have plus health and see how higher health is going to go. Probably closer to 40 grand. Bretons don't have a bonus to health intrinsically, though, like Imperials, Nords, etc. do. Even the Khajiit get one. But let's go back and let's mod some things here. Probably try another dungeon, too, while we're at it. How's YouTube's directory doing with ESO tonight? 245. We want to run another one? The way it works on, looks like some other people are taking cues from the way I do things with titles and thumbnails and stuff. Good stuff. Well, this is YouTube we're talking about. If you get concurrence at all, you're shooting par. Make a friend, and you'll have more viewers and people streaming ESO. That's one of the things too. I mean, I've been very cynical lately of Gina Bruno and /Lurk and a lot of the ESO devs, because I don't want to see ESO go in the direction of World of Warcraft, where it turned into this money grab that lost its soul as an RPG. And so we have the mess we have today. So we have the mess that we have today with this kind of crap. All right, let's see. Just saw that the flying mechanics are time-gated. So, I mean, if we put some heavy armor on, we'd probably have even more mitigation. Probably be closer to 50 per taking half damage from everything. If all of this stacks. I just got to know if it stacks or not. We can probably use the combat log to pull that off. All right, let's check the directory here. So I guess I got to spend some time refurbing all of my tank setups then to not go for 33 grand, especially if we're cheeseballing it. If we're going in this gear, especially if we're doing this, we're going in with this gear. I also got to do health as well for that kind of thing. So the Fort Brass, we'll put health plus health on it. I'm glad I didn't make that thing earlier. Let me just see. What kind of rando crap have we got going on here? Oh, that's cool. The hater hasn't shown up yet. All right, let's go work with the enchants over in the crafting room here. Come on, door. Whoops, I double-clicked it and had to wait for the animation. Not quite as user-friendly as the doors in Morrowind. Let's see. Kuta. We have 3 of those. Did we actually make the one we wanted to use last time? All right, we're going to have to do Rekutas for this. So it's Rapora Oko Rekuta for plus health. I'll do 5 of those. Throw that on the Fort Brass to see what kind of difference we're talking about. We got higher mitigation, higher health. My Fort Brass gear is pure tank gear now. 800 health per piece. Actually, it's reinforced too, so there's no bonus to the divines. The shackle breaker, all this crap I'm carrying around. Oh yeah, we also have Fort Brass light armor too, just to be an idiot. Alright, Fort Brass cure us. Enchant the Fort Brass over to plus health. It's locked. Confirm. Alright, Fort Brass Greaves. Enchant. It's locked. Confirmed. Haha! We got our daily endeavor done. I totally forgot about that. Greaves. That's what yeah, we were experimenting with tougher. I should just put that in the bank. Why am I even still carrying around this fortified brass light armor? I think I was going for like some kind of tougher light armor person. All right, Fort Brass light armor. Get that stupid stuff out of there. Oh yeah, I was experimenting with like for Shockedin and stuff. Fort Brass breeches, Fort Brass mallets, hat, shuriken, and shoes. Put that in the bank so you don't confuse the heck out of everything here. All right, where were we at with the Fort Brass stuff? Vampires. This is for another build that I'm messing with. Fort Brass helm. We're just going to downgrade the enchant until we get more Okos, or more Kutas there. Confirm. We can do dailies to get those, or go do some of the surveys that are sitting in the bank. Health. Fort Brass Pauldron. Plus health. Confirm. I'm sure we get crushed if we went and did, like, veteran difficulty stuff. Or went and did a trial or something like that. That's where, you start getting more min-max, all mitigation matters, all that lovely stuff. Okay, so we upgrade to Fort Brass. What do we get? We go, just short of 30K. Just short of 40K. 39.1. Of course, I could also get a set of rings and other stuff. And there is a special plus health thing that we can use as well. All right. Well, we're not going to do that. We're going to just do the baseline gear, which is all magic gear.
That's a damn fine gear.
Equip. Don't screw it up again. All right. So now we're back to the other set of stats. All right. Let's tank another one. See if we can just do if we can do a whole dungeon with tanking like this without having to equip the other stuff. All right. Group as a tank. Give me a rando normal. Probably can definitely do a non-DLC one as that. You know what? I shouldn't have done that. Should have just gone to Fungal Grotto and worked on the loot table for the buff armor. See if we can finish it off with a weapon. Wayrest Sewers! Oh yeah! Wayrest Sewers, baby. This one is going to be a cakewalk. Matter of fact, I bet the DPS runs straight to the bosses. This is non-DLC. Probably a low level in the group. This is like the dead mines of ESO. Yeah, here we go. Everybody's running in already. There goes everybody. Yep, let's just do this. 62 grand. I think there's extra armor in here or something. Could probably do full DPS gear for this. Heck with this stuff. Just need a taunt. Equip DPS weapons. We could probably do that. Why are we even doing the trash though? Wouldn't we want to just pull the boss? Just run straight to the boss? Oh, only hitting for 8 grand on that attack though. I think dungeon mobs have some higher armor or something. This damage is terrible though. 2,700. We're not running Fort Brass right now, are we? No, we... I suppose we really want to cheese ball it. Let's put on a Twilight's Embrace. And Resto, we'll do the Resto one later. I think it's because the stamina's lower, too. We got to get 5 more warfare points so we can take Stam and get that back up. We were taking the secondary resource to hit a little harder. I don't think it's going to matter. I could probably be in here. This is such an easy dungeon. This is such an easy dungeon. You can just wear heavy armor and tank it. Grab a taunt, wear some heavy armor, do like sword and board or something.
What are civilians doing down here?
Drugged. I'm guessing kidnapped from the city.
Damn it. Right. You stay here and help these people.
Hey, while we're raiding, let's equip the other DPS weapon. There we go. Crusher enchants too. Actually, do we have a Crusher enchant on the tank sword? I might have to do something with that. Yeah, see, I'm really hurting because of the lower magicka. Might want to hybrid this build out. But we need the extra health in case you get hit with a tank buster. Alright, that's the boss, I think. Why are you even killing trash? They like give you like 40 gold.
Go away! You ruin everything!
Sir, what's going on? Well, after coming down. Damn it!
Some lore in this one.
You'll not leave here alive.
I don't think it even matters if I tank it or not. Especially when we get the heals involved. Whoops. Interrupt the boss. There's a mechanic there that you have to use. Oh, whoops. Are you attacking the DPS? What's wrong with you? Woo! 17 grand. All right. That took too long. None of these characters, though, are low levels. We literally just got thrown in here. Yeah. Yeah, just anything that's not a normal monster, just taunt it. Better yet, try and take it with me. So we can go on to the next thing. Whoops. Let's grab the big guy. Come on, everyone. Where's your AoE? You're supposed to keep everything together as a tank. Oh, that's the boss. That's why. Well, then. Let's also do plus spell damage while we work on our buff armor. Zing! Wayrest Sewers 2 Vanquisher. Well, that's the end of... We've never... this guy's never done that boss before. Guess I've been in all the Zerg groups and stuff. Looks like the DPS knows where the rest of those are. I gotta find out how to turn on the thing that shows you all the bosses in here, or is that only public dungeons?
Die and be damned.
Wow, that's an optional boss or something that every Zerg group that I've had that blasted through this never did. Alright, just throw dots and everything. Try doing some DPS somehow. Whoop! Actually taking hits from something. Probably the fire damage. Which is weird because my guy's not a vampire. Oh, that's a boss! Over here, boss! So yeah, I was standing in the fire. We'll make the skeleton stand in his own fire. The Combat Physician. I think that's one of the... Hey, another Templar. Woo! Templar power!
There he is.
They're here. They are not to proceed further, Garin.
Over here! Over here, Lich King or whatever. Taste Paladin Steel. It was fun though. We got this working in a DLC dungeon though. That's usually the taboo thing you never do. We just got to finish getting the buff armor and see what that does. What is this combat physician stuff? I think I've seen this before somewhere. Magic, bunch of crit. Oh, it gives damage shields when you critically heal as well. So it's a crit healer build. I think there are some WoW classes that used to be set up that way. Ugh, non-crit. That's boring. That must be farming experience here or something. Maybe they have the residual buff left over from the event. There's the boss. At least taunt the boss. Purify, huh? What? Almost died. Well, that's what having the high health pool is for. 24,000? Oh, we got some kind of thing that debuffs health. There's something going on that's debuffing this guy's health. What is it? Empower, boon the mage. Or a piece of armor broke. What's with the low health, though? Should be like 35,000, not what we have coming. Oh, here we go. Yeah, whatever that was wore off. There we go. Please tell me someone's not going to find a way to die in Wayrest sewers. This is a derp dungeon. Alright. See, the other DPS over there is probably either lost or they're already at the next boss. Anybody say anything in party chat? Nah. This song's cool. Kind of reminds me of the Piano Guys with the kind of acapella-y type stuff that they're doing there. Alright. Now we got Slink to contend with. I think there was some... Reminds me of Burning Crusade dungeons with the excessive amount of trash. Okay. Does anybody know where to go? I've only been here a couple of times. I followed a Zerg tank. So... the dude with the crown might know. Or wait. What, do we just full clear everything? And now... there's gotta be a boss. No. This ends in some kind of, like, cavern area. So... this ends in a cavern area somewhere. Was that Wayrest Sewers 1? No, that's a boss. We are... No. The cavern is in the southeast. Shows how little I've done this. They'll probably take out the boss by the time I get there. Wayrest Sewers. Yeah, there's some cave thing that we have to go to. And that's where it all ends. There's some kind of undead monstrosity or something down there. Yep, there they all are waiting for it. And they cleared all the trash on the way there. Alright, 1.9 million. Grab the boss.
Forgive me!
Put these guys together so we can take them out.
Don't give up so easily, Harry.
Oh, look, a necromancer damage shield bubble. Looks kind of like the other thing here. What? Actually got stunned. Well, that's because I can actually take some damage with this setup.
Take a breather, Elite.
How do we get rid of these bubbles, though? We got to get rid of these damage shield bubbles in order to do this, though. All right, hallucination time. We're seeing a bunch of gargoyle thingies that aren't even there. This isn't veteran, is it?
Come on. Don't make me do this myself.
All right, let's wipe out the one that doesn't have the damage shield. Not as different taking hits, but
You can't do anything yourself.
you bring some heals for this kind of stuff. Okay, one of them's dead. All right, let's finish off the other one. Probably have another, like, hallucination phase, right? Throw down a consecrate. Wait, rest sewers.
To have died in their place.
Well, we did take hits, though, because we equipped DPS weapons. So we kind of cheesed it even with that.
Swords.
These folks have all done the quest, right? That was fun doing some more damage, but took a few hits on the bosses and almost died on one of them, so definitely keep the mitigation up and running for these kinds of things. Alright, what are these people doing? The quest? How have you not done the quest in Wayrest Sewers when you're that level? When you're that level. Let's get out of here, go back to the castle. Oh yeah, Bankarai. We gotta do the outside-inside trick if we don't want to get sent back to the part of the world we were previously in. Getting owned by stuff that I completely forgot about. Well, I hope this serves as a good answer to the question of play how you like when it comes to tanking. It depends on the difficulty level as usual, but you know the whole one-way 33,000 resistance or else thing is totally not so. You just have to know where your mitigation is coming from. The 10% mitigation from non-player damage is huge. And when you run the mathematics on where regular heavy armor gets you, it gives you the option of equipping DPS plate. And also don't forget with my guy, the mitigation is lower because Crafty Alfiq, aka light armor, is the second set. If I crank a stamina version of this character with hulking Draugr gear, if I crank their stamina up, they'll have some more mitigation that way. And also don't forget the reinforced trait is still a thing. All right, let's go grab our goodies from the Undaunted. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And let's decon everything with all of this. Yeah, one transmute crystal. How many of those are we up to? We're going to recreate the 46. Okay. Have some characters do some daily random normals, probably as a healer. Test this before we get this tank thing set up. But this does open the option of DPS gear and a little bit higher damage as a tank. Feeling less like you gave something up in order to tank for a group. Let's see. Or how about, say, you know, being in the outdoor world doing that kind of stuff, too. All right, more combat physician gear there. Ooh, Debellum. Debellium. Take those out. All right, any extra glyphs we can... no, just this one. All right, go sell off the vendor trash here.
Yes?
$10,727. Final gold tally. Desktop. Let's do this, and let's grab a link. It's been an early night for this kind of stuff. Mute that. It's time for me to wind down. We're heading towards a very fun weekend. I got some video ideas that I want to toss around here. So, without further ado, give me some access to a chat client, please. Probably through this. Twitch.tv/Vindalia. Go say hi. There's the link. And here is the copy pasta. Boom! Let's head off to the wonderful world and chill with the remainder of her stream. I hope this has been useful for people with these kinds of things here. Oh yeah, cut the music. Or maybe don't. Ethan Meixel. Bam. Cross-platform raid, go say hi, take the copy pasta with you. There's our answer on that. And let's have some fun for the rest of the evening. Till next time, this is MultimediaJay signing off. Thanks for stopping by.